Now, your forecast from Fox 56 News, the weather authority.
All right, good morning, or good evening, I should say, everyone. I'm usually saying good morning. It's pretty on par here, all right? So we got some snow out there this evening. So far, most of the snow has been light to moderate. Nothing substantially heavy just yet, but there are some darker shades of blue on the radar back over to southern Indiana and Louisville, and that's actually moving more east. If you look down to the south here, down toward Lake Cumberland along the Hal Rogers and Cumberland Parkways in both directions here, still some snow, but we had reports earlier that it actually did change over to some sleet about an hour or so ago in the London area. The radar is having a hard time finding, differentiating between where it's going from snow and where it is at a bit of a mix. But I'll tell you, Middlesboro down here in Bell County, 32 degrees is the temperature, and you contrast that to us being at 14 in Lexington. So a big split in temperatures, and that's that warmer air that we were talking about that is going to nudge its way northbound throughout the overnight and more into the day tomorrow, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Our home view cameras, again, you can see obviously still snow covered, but there are tracks from where the road crews have obviously been out there. They pre-treated. There goes another snow plow right there dropping some salt. Looks like scraping as well heading across High Street here, or Euclid rather, in front of the station. Paris, you'll notice a little bit lower visibility. This is Paris Pike. Looks like the outgoing lanes are actually more slushy or a little bit more clear than inbound lanes going into Paris. As you'll head down into Somerset out in front of Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, it's kind of hard to see. You'll notice, though, the camera lens looks like it may be icing over, and I think that's probably a bit of that mixed precipitation starting to take hold into our southern communities. Bit of a lull in the action. If anything, it's some very light snow flurries at the moment in Richmond. So we'll have periods overnight that, again, where the precipitation is lighter, and other times it gets a little more heavier. I will tell you, as we go into the day tomorrow, intensity of precipitation is definitely going to be heavier as a ton of Gulf moisture is funneled up into the state. Look at the split already. 29 in Harlan, 14 in Lexington. We just saw an updated temperature of 19 in Campbellsville and 21 in Monticello. And a lot of people are saying, how is this actually going to change over to freezing rain with temperatures that are below freezing at the surface? That's not what causes that to happen. You look at the atmosphere like it's a layered cake. The top layer above our heads, temperatures are climbing above freezing, melting the snowflake to a raindrop. It doesn't have time to refreeze until it gets to the surface, and then it touches objects, power lines, trees, things like that that are elevated, that's 32 and below. And what does it do? It creates a glaze of ice. That's what freezing rain is. Sleet falls as pellets of ice, and freezing rain is a glaze. That'll make sense when we're talking about our map in just a minute. Wind chill values are an issue. We're in the single digits to below zero in Lexington to the south. Wind chills are running into the teens and low 20s. Let's step you hour by hour. The model here, I think, is a little too far to the north at 11:30, showing the mixed line. So again, this is guidance, but it just goes to show heading through the overnight. When we're waking up and you're joining us tomorrow morning, I'll be on for a special morning edition tomorrow morning. We're going to be likely tracking a bit of a wintry mix in central Kentucky, 5, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But I want to draw your attention tomorrow afternoon. Look at temperatures to the south. Rain, I mean, just plain rain. 35 potentially in Jackson, 36 in Hazard, even a shot at some low 40s south, while Lexington may only be in the middle to upper 20s tomorrow. This is already taken into account what's fallen and what's to come, with a combination of some sleet that will accumulate. If you think of sleet accumulating as well, think of it as looking at a glass mason jar, and you were filling that up with cotton balls. That's snow. That will add up a lot quicker. You fill up a mason jar with BBs, like from a BB gun, it takes a lot more of those to fill up. So sleet is going to accumulate a lot slower. That's what's going to eat into our snow totals, which is why we have a 4 to 8 swath through Lexington. And then north of town is where we'll likely stay snow longer, even into parts of tomorrow afternoon, where it could be as little as 6 to as much as 12. If we get less sleet, even in Lexington, and even less freezing rain, we could be talking about the potential that, yes, there may be some spots to the north that go over a foot. That likely is far northern parts of Kentucky. Something else I want to stress about the ice accumulation, okay? Tomorrow, we're likely here in central Kentucky going to be between anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. You get down to Richmond, and we're talking 1/4 to 1/2 or more of ice, that glaze. And then just south of Richmond, or very close to it, Rockcastle County, down toward Mount Vernon, down toward Stanford, down to Somerset and London, we could get between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of ice. That's when you're really talking about some power problems, all right? We get into Wednesday and Thursday. There is another weak clipper system that drops in. That likely brings some snow showers. Let me stress, that's much lighter, okay? But look at these temperatures, only in the teens. So we're going to hang on to this snow, sleet, freezing rain for quite a while because of temperatures staying below freezing. Very cold. All right, stick around. This sports next.